It's not in the cards for you. I'm pretty good at insults, and I got the internet and a lot of free time.
Okay, so we're gonna go through Lucas's Instagram fucking nonsense. Mostly his game thing that I don't think I'm gonna be able to explain even after having a few drinks. If you hear meowing or any strange noises, I've got one cat in heat. Yes, she is scheduled to be spayed, but that's not until January, so she's a little vocal right now. I'd apologize for her, but she's really cute, so I don't. Um, I figured maybe having a few drinks before starting this would make the games less incomprehensible, but I'm not hopeful. Um, Figured I'd just start with this stupid meme of his. So, before we get into his shitty games, I love this particular meme, and you can't see my hands flailing at the screen, but I'm gesturing wildly at the screen because I do talk with my hands a lot. So I love these ones that he posts with this particular angle and this particular headshot because it is so obvious that he's using like Facetune or some free facial editing software to slim his head, and you can tell he's obviously doing it because the proportions are all fucking wrong. Nice giant Mercosaur on your chin there with your little pube beard, by the way. But like his shoulder, the one just this all of the anatomy is wrong. You don't know how to. It's the easiest thing to edit your face slimmer if you're not a fucking moron, but he is. Anyway, we know you would kind of like your girlfriend. You're never gonna get one. It's not in the cards. You're gonna die alone, probably in an adult daycare like you're living in now. Yeah. So let's move on to his stupid meme. Not his memes. No, this is the only meme. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Clearly I have had a bit to drink. So we're going to go to his goddamn latest game that is just already pissing me off even though I haven't started it. And this is not even counting the days worth of word vomit I have in DMs from him trying to explain it. And the more he explains it, the less goddamn sense it makes. It's ridiculous. It's just, if you have to compare it to other well-known card games, you don't have an original idea. We'll just start with that and go from there. Hi, kitty. Okay. So, yeah. This is a card. This is a single card from a game, and they all apparently look like this, just with different bullshit on them. It's nice that they gave him colored pencils and crayons and graph paper and shit to work with. And just one of the things that's bothering me is that he can't write a letter per square when he's writing on there. I hate that. It's just a pet peeve. So this is an Empress card. The dot means female. It's a hybrid card. He's designing 5 suits, academies, 12 royals, females highest of the set. Of course, we have to virtue signal to the feminists because we know the Gen Z honeys love that. So we've got Empresses are 12. They exist through 5 suits, values 12-1 and 12-5. Emperors are 11. Regina's... I get that he's going for letter combos like Empress, Emperor. And he doesn't want to say queens because queens and kings and queens and regents don't have the same number. But Reginas and regents, princesses and princes, dukes and duchesses, countesses and counts, baronesses, nobody cares. That's a pentagon, by the way, that shape on there. Technically, yes, it has 5 sides. It's a pentagon. It looks like crap. That's an academy, which, if you will note, when we get into further ones, he starts spelling it differently because academy, with an I-E, is more something. At one point, and I don't remember if it was a video or if it was in a post that, hi kitty, please get off my keyboard. I don't remember if it was in a video or a post that he talked about this as being like Tango from like DS9, and Tango was a complicated game, but not an incomprehensible game. Like, all you had to do is really sort of pay attention, and it was kind of explained. This is like Tango if, like, nobody bothered explaining to you what the fuck was going on. But more, no, it's like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Bridge and Magic and... Don't fight. I am doing things. Cats. Meme. Blurry. Academy. There's no, we're not doing vowels. Dnift is wonder, apparently. Way setup cards, academy cards, carry mentally. The guy, Wee Wee Stomper, is like clearly fucking trolling him, and Lucas is too stupid. Hello, cat. Again, please. I've got like 3 cats, so sorry about that. So Wee Wee Stomper is like clearly trolling him here and asking him to explain more. Lucas does explain more and explains absolutely nothing as he explains more. At this point, pentagons have more sides than a square, but only at this point. So apparently at some point, pentagons could have more sides than squares, triangles, rectangles, or a circle. At this point, pentagons have more... What does that mean? At all points, pentagons have more sides than squares, triangles, rectangles, and circles. And dodge should not be based on defend or toughness. Dodge should not be based on defense or toughness. Dodge should be based on agility. Agility is what you base dodge on. You fucking... Have you never played anything remotely based on D&D? No, probably not. Literally every other card. Who bases dodge on anything but agility? But agility is not a stat in this dumbass game. Let's go to the next one. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Please get off the keyboard. Thank you. 5 academies of... It takes 5 academies of Academy D apostrophe NFT. Dnift? 7 coins. This is the first mention of coins. AIRB movement on a micro... Dice on a micro board. You will need to get to the AIR or B sequence to confront or die. This is Tongo, only worse. I know how to play Tongo. I have played Tongo. I've played 3D chess. I can play most Star Trek games. Shut up. Don't come for me. But, like, this is, like, Tongo if a moron was trying to set it up. Oh, but he's going to make him on mini cards so it won't be a table eater, so you won't have to have whole full-ass sheets with his... Hey, Lucas, what happened to your Squonk game, the one you paid $70 to have prototype? Did you find out after having a prototype that, like, literally nobody wants to play a game about spreading shit around a board, like, literal shit around a board? Shocker. Oh, we got pennies. This is kind of a land card, except you don't tap. You add chips to raise its value. The deck will be multifunctional in this case. I've raised the value of the card from 1 to 3, which is also the bet. The deck itself is open source to create multiple games. You can even play poker and Magic the Gathering. Just buy a goddamn Magic deck if you want to play MTG. Magic decks, especially starter decks, are cheap. They're extraordinarily cheap. Magic cards are cheap. If you want to play fucking Magic, just buy a Magic deck. Don't... Same with poker. If you want to play poker, buy a bicycle deck. You can buy a deck of cards for like $1.50 at any gas station. Why would you ever... I'd ask if he thinks this shit through, but he clearly doesn't. I mean, he clearly doesn't. Like, yeah, okay, this is better than obsessing over 16-year-old girls, but it's stupid. It's not going to get him in legal trouble, at least. It's like 3 cards and I'm already tired of this. Oh, boy. See, now we are spelling Academy different here. It's a bet when you place the chip on the Academy card lower, but higher bets make the Academy more powerful as well. Confront minus dodge equals payout. And there's that Empress card again, which doesn't mean... He's covering like half of the shit with his meme impact text. Check out that Empress card again. Well, I would, but you've covered half of it with your stupid text. Note the 7. Note the 7. What 7? Oh, it's under the impact text. Okay, well, there's a 7 under there. If I win with that card high, I win 7 action chips. What the fuck are the chips? The pennies from the last one? If I lose as many chips, and that will take them to play. You know, I thought if I made myself a little dumber through alcohol that this would make more sense, and it doesn't. It doesn't make any more sense. This is just stupid. So I'm going to assume that, like, the name and the Academy are his attempts at translation. Like, Mumba. There's no vowels. Demumva means emotion, which I initially read as erosion because he can't write for shit. He writes like a 5-year-old. Jesus Christ. Dahab, intuition. Djid, logic. Memory. The NFT, maybe. Wonder. I wonder how the fuck you're supposed to pronounce that word with no vowels. Deck is split between 60 face cards, 12 nobles, 5 academies. The basic card games there are 5 academies. Similar to Yu-Gi-Oh! And other RPGs or standard games like Poker, Bridge, and so just play those games. This is like a completely unnecessary thing. This isn't going to make you any money, honey. Demamba, debab, dejid, oh, Christ. Okay, this is where, like, they've been playing D&D since the 90s gets really just, like, irrationally... And I would be irrationally annoyed by this even if I hadn't been drinking. Dodge should not be based on toughness, which I assume would be strength, or defense. Dodge is based on fucking agility. Agility! Just, I've read this 3 times and I've tried to make sense of it and it makes no sense. So, fuck you, Lucas. You don't know what you're doing. You're a terrible board game designer. All of your games suck. You will never sell any of them. The deck I'm designing is more of a gaming system than a game. You'll be able to use the 5 pictured academies as playing cards. You know, you had 5 at a pentagon, 4 at a square, 3 at a triangle, and then 2, you made another square, and then 1, you made a circle. You're the worst. You're the worst at it. You're the worst at this. Like, look, if this were something that, like, say... the 7-year-old of a friend of mine had made, I would think it was brilliant. Because this is a 7-year-old. It's a kid. It's just the kid. It's kids trying out brand new things, making up stuff. I would listen. I would be like rapt in attention. I would ask them to explain. I would play the game with them. Because they're fucking 6. You are 42 goddamn years old. Why are you like this? You have the mental capacity of like a 6-year-old. And it's probably why... you're in a nursing home. My gin bottle is empty. Thank you, Lucas. You owe me a bottle of Copper Crow. But I know you'll never have an extra $30 to your name to send that to me. So I'm just going to eat that $30. But like if this was something that a 6-year-old was designing, sure, I'd play along. I'd have fun. I'd pretend to understand what the fuck they were talking about because they're 6. You're 42, you're an adult, you live in a nursing home, you have a state payee because you can't manage your own money, you can't manage your own life, because when they let you try, you end up homeless. You are a child, which is no surprise that you're trying to date a child, all things considered. Here's this fucking card again. Jesus Christ. This is the card I'm designing. Yeah, really? Because no one's going to steal your design, you dumbass. Oh, look. Think of it like Yu-Gi-Oh! Meets Gin Rummy meets Poker meets Penta. Just play those games. There's no need for this. This is unnecessary. Nobody is ever going to buy this. You might get some of the other poor souls that have to interact with you at the nursing home to play this with you because you'll bully them into it and they'll pretend to like it so you don't, like, yell at them. But trust me, nobody who plays this shit with you actually enjoys their time doing it. You have just kind of coerced them into it. You're bad at everything you do. Like, literally. You're bad at everything you do except inadvertently entertaining everyone else and making us glad that we're not you. That's all you're good at, is making everyone glad that we're not you. I don't even know where to begin with this. Conflict minus dodge equals payout at loss. All worth empresses 12 in confront over dodge. Confront Pentagon is 5 academy, which because the runs can be around 54 different runs. Barons is who a run, same academy forms a party run, all worth. What the goddamn... I don't even know words. You're just. Do you know how much I've had to drink now at this point? And I figured if I was at this point where I can hardly focus on something, that this shit would make sense, because usually bullshit like this makes sense after you've had a few drinks and your brain stops working. And my brain has stopped working as far as my brain will actually stop working before I go and just like pass out somewhere. This makes no sense, and the only thing funny about it is the that you have inadvertently done up there. Everything else sucks. You suck. You're bad at this. And also you're a pedophile who grooms underage high school girls that you know are underage by purposely lying about how age of consent in Washington works. Ooh, how we'll be able to confront a position as positions A, B, or I, or R. A, B, I, or R in your own tableau, and each player forms their own tableau. It's like having mana you can charge up. This is... Okay. Lucas. God, you fucking dumbass. A, B, C, H, pronounced C, H. It's pronounced the same way it's written, you stupid motherfucker. You don't have to explain... You don't have to explain how it's pronounced when it's written the way it's pronounced. Like, how... God damn. It's like, if I didn't know better, I would think that this was like a 10-year-old or an 8-year-old or something, just like showing off a project they made in class. Because everybody made dumb shit like this when they were like 7 or 8 years old. I did as well. And my parents cheerfully kept it for me, thinking I would find it amusing someday, and I don't even understand what the fuck I did. It's like having mana you can charge up. Well, you can charge up mana in just about any other... I just wish there were some way to impress upon Lucas how utterly uncreative and unoriginal he is about literally everything he does. Like, he and Marshall Mathers IV would be like fucking besties. Except I think Marshall Mathers IV would probably kick Lucas's ass for the dumb game ideas and stupid memes. 54 types or 54 types. Okay, more is not better, you stupid fucking... So when he had Cafeteria Uprising as a new game, one of his selling points of it was that it's more complicated than chess. The point missing it entirely, because chess, yeah, part of chess's allure is that it's complicated, but it's easy to learn. It's easy to learn and it's difficult to master. His games are difficult to learn and impossible to master because you can't, because anytime you get close to beating Lucas, he starts changing the fucking rules so he can't lose because he's a big goddamn baby. Actually took a break for some water there. I really would like to not wake up hungover at 6 in the morning when the dog wants to go for a 2-hour run. Oh, what do we got? Academies, Baronesses count, another runs, Baroness count, Countess Duke run for a party. The X value is dependent upon the academy. The top value above X is the fit. No, but Lucas, hi, honey, Lucas, look at me. Look right in the eyes. Nobody wants to do algebra while playing a game. Nobody. Absolutely nobody. And your algebra is probably wrong, because you can barely do basic math. In fact, I know you can't do basic math because you have a state-appointed payee to manage your damn money. Game will be played on thick microboards that are... It's an RPG like Magic the Gathering. Stop saying it's like Magic the fucking Gathering. Just go play... You know, if you like Magic the Gathering and you want to play a game like Magic the Gathering, go play Magic the Gathering. You're going to find a hell of a lot more people that'll play Magic the Gathering either online or in person with you than will even try to play this. The only people that are going to play this bullshit with you are the people you corner in your little group home, because they don't have anywhere else to go and you strong-arm them into it. And you're fucking rude to them the whole time you play with them. You're just kind of an asshole. No wonder nobody wants to play games with you. I've seen the way you play games with people. You've posted those videos. You're a complete dick and a half, which is more than a dick than you actually have, to the people who actually consented, probably under duress, to play with you. You're a dick. Nobody wants to play with you because your personality is really fucking unpleasant. That's why people don't like you. You're unpleasant. you're disgusting, you're mean, you're aggressive, and you're just no fun to be around. It's why you don't have any friends. Shocker. Apparently I get a little aggressive when I've been drinking. And it's funny because I'm usually a very happy drunk, but Lucas just makes me pissed off. Like that. Okay, that's not fair. He doesn't make me pissed off. That would create effort into like thinking of him. He's like that one annoying kid that y'all knew in school, where he would just like do literally anything to be invited to something or to get attention. And he thought he was like a comedian. He thought he was a class clown. He thought everyone liked him. But everyone really just found him really fucking annoying. That's Lucas. But so this one is interesting because he starts talking about the Fibonacci sequence again. And this, if you've been following Lucas for a while, you know back in the Conversation RH Conversation Rage webpage days, which I do have archived at virtualwern.com. That was a big thing for him. He was using that to try to justify why a 18 to 26-year-old at the time would date him, because it was a perfect Fibonacci sequence spiral bullshit thing. So this is not a coincidence that he's included this in his game. The fact that this is in his game is just him trying to, what he thinks is subtly lure in younger people to try to play it. The point is that, first of all, yeah, there are a lot of younger people who do play tabletop. I know a lot of younger people who play D&D or other tabletop games. I've been playing tabletop games since the 90s. Here's a hint, though. Nobody goes to tabletop groups to try to hook up with people. That's just, like, not a thing. That's a weird porn fantasy. It doesn't happen. Typically, if you are in a tabletop group and you start trying to hit on somebody in that group or hit on their character or try in any way to make them get into some kind of relationship, either fantasy in the game or real life with you, you get your ass kicked out of the game if the DM is worth their salt, because that's bullshit behavior and nobody puts up with it. So if you're thinking these games are going to get you chicks, no, they're not. First of all, nobody's going to want to play them with you because we've seen videos of how you play games with people and you're an absolute dick, so you'd be a shit DM. And you're just not that interesting. You're gross. You don't really shower. You have rotting feet. You're homeless. You're greasy. You're balding. You're just disgusting. Like, you're overall disgusting. Your person, and that's not even a physical thing. Like, people can be physically not conventionally attractive and still get partners and still have friends and still date and still get married, still have kids. But it's because they have decent personalities. They have something to offer. You don't have anything to offer. You're just overall unpleasant and disgusting. Anyway, I hate your game. Next slide. No. Just fuck all of this. Fuck this, all of this. Fuck all of it. The more you talk, the less sense it makes. Just... It's not what a full... Stop trying to design board games or card games or whatever games. You're bad at it. You're just bad at it. You've always been... That's the reason you've never sold any. You're fucking terrible at it. You don't have any original ideas. You don't know what you're doing. You can design what you want, but there are other companies already out there that have been established for 30 plus years that will create custom decks for people. Nobody's going to come to you for a custom deck when they can go and get it from one of those companies cheaper and with less shitty art. No. This is all just no. Nope. I don't even know where to begin. None of it makes sense. I mean, obviously, regents are more powerful than counts if you're going in the hierarchy of European royalty. Regents constant up and move from 1 to 30. 1 to 30 positions or vice versa. If you have a tougher suit to attack, the card must lie adjacent side to side. Yeah, everyone, you don't have to explain what adjacent means, you stupid fuck. All are X over 4. Again, nobody wants to do algebra while playing a card game. Literally nobody. I have known people who are math majors, have bachelor's degrees, master's degrees, graduate degrees, PhDs in mathematics. maybe those people would like to play fucking algebra in a card game. But the morons you're trying to market this bullshit to aren't going to want to do fucking algebra in a... God damn, you're an idiot. This is blurry. I can't even read. I have my glasses on and I can hardly even see this. Winning chips is important because they strengthen and add to your academy cards, but suits or mana, but not as important as eliminating opponents' cards from play. One chip won and card eliminated from play upon defeat. Card eliminated, but no chip pay. Card actual... Lucas, go fuck yourself. I mean, that's the only way you're ever going to get fucked is by doing it yourself, but go fuck yourself. Be more productive than this. Blurry issue. Do you... Like, how do you not even know how... Okay, you could use image flip to make easy memes that would fit them. But why? Why? Why are your memes blurry? Do you not... How does somebody not... You're 42. How do you not know how to make memes that aren't fucking blurry? Comrade Empire. Comrade Empire with a bunch of royalty. Yeah, that makes a whole fucking lot of sense, you dumb motherfucker. You know, I'm normally not a mean drunk. I'm normally a very happy sort of drunk, but like Lucas, if I had a few drinks and I met Lucas in Bistangos, I would not waste my drink by throwing it in his face because that would be a waste of like good gin. But I would definitely consider emptying the glass and smashing it over his head. Like, he just, oh. He's like the worst kind of person you could run into in a bar. 7 cards, discards optional, laying cards, table is optional. You need academies to lay faces, places. Just, this is all one huge run-on sentence. And he never actually explains the rules of the game. Do you... I can't... I wish I could go into the DMs that he has sent me about the rules of this game, but it would instantly out as who I am. So I can't go into that. But it's not much better than this. It's basically this in more readable form and not in bright fucking pink text, and he didn't give a name to the game. But oh my god, just give up. Like I don't normally tell people to give up. Typically if somebody has a harmless hobby that they want to do and they want to try to work at and get better at and whatever, that's great. I mean, you're probably never going to be successful, but it's great. You have a harmless hobby. Cool. This isn't, I mean, this is a harmless hobby, okay? I had to pause to actually drink some water there. So this is harmless. It's better than him focusing on trying to fucking 18-year-old. But it's going to end the same way. It's not going to happen. Nobody's ever going to buy this. Nobody's ever going to want to play it unless he corners people in his little assisted living place to play it. You're never going to be a success. It's just like the video things. No, you're never going to be a success. Anyway, Lucas, I hope you're reporting the income from the videos you do get paid to make because you can lose your SSI if you don't. So you should probably... Oh, great fucking videos. So these videos don't have too much for talking. It's just him playing Daft Punk and other shit over at 9 Inch Nails and another one. I'm not even going to bother to post these. They don't make any sense. It's just reiteration of the same bullshit that we just gone over. God, I hate his handwriting. Like, I had handwriting like that when I was 8. Which, oh, nice, fat, gross, diabetic fingers. Lucas, you're the worst. No, more of the same garbage. This doesn't make any... Nobody will ever buy this game. Nobody will ever play this game with you. Nobody will ever like this game. You're not a good game board. Like everything else in life you've tried, Lucas, you're a failure. Just more proof that you're a goddamn... I would love for him to be able to get on like a show like Shark Tank, or I think Shark Tank's the only one still in the air anymore. But to just like be let in as like the producer's joke, like the one that they know they're just gonna tear the fuck apart when they get onto the stage. I would love to see that, to see him just like go on Shark Tank and try to pitch this fucking game. Just to see him have a complete meltdown when they all tell him he's an idiot. He'd be right up there with that guy that had the Bluetooth implant that you stick in your ear. Only that guy had a okay concept, just not one that was really, you know, future proof. But this is just, this is like, who encourages him to do? I mean, it's fine. This is a better thing to do than focus on fucking an 18-year-old. But this is also just pointless. Like, he's never gonna, just like with an 18-year-old, he's never gonna succeed at this. It's not in the cards. It's never, no success is ever gonna be in the cards for Lucas. He's just useless. He's useless. It's completely, no, that's not fair. He's not completely useless. He provides us with a lot of entertainment. And whenever we feel like our lives are getting to the point where they're kind of bad, things aren't going right, things are going badly, you know, we wish it could be better, we can always look at these videos and think, well, thank fucking Christ I'm not Lucas Werner. Because it takes a lot to be worse than Chris Chan is probably worse than Lucas Werner in that he fucked his mom, but, you know, Lucas is a close second. Honestly, I think it would be kind of funny to get Lucas and that Marshall Mathers, the fourth guy, on a live stream together and just see how much they have in common or how much they fight. Got another video? No, fuck this. Oh, shoot. I misclicked. That's where we were. Nope. Yep. Still fuck that. 54 legal runs Comrade Empire. Why does he call it Comrade Empire? Does he, like, think that's going to market it to Gen Z, calling it Comrade Empire? Because it's not. You're just fucking stupid. It's just, there's something funny about him writing this in colored pencil. I mean, it's one step above crayon. It's one step above crayon on the back of a diner placemat. Now, what I think about it... No, don't. So, okay, so when you're making a game... You don't... If you decide to retcon your own rules or decide something that you've already done isn't working and you want to do something different, you don't create a whole page on fucking graph... Who's giving him graph paper, by the way? You don't put a thing on graph paper about, now that I think about it, the gang up on method won't work feasibly, and changing the rules. You just make up the new set of rules that you want, and you just kind of make a mention of, like, hey, these old rules weren't working for what I wanted to be. Here's what I'm doing from here now. You don't do the now that I think about it. Nobody fucking cares. Nobody cares. Just like nobody cares about you. That's why you're in assisted living at 42. Because nobody cares about you and nobody cares about what you think. Oh. No, I mean, that's not true. We kind of care what you think about what you think, because if you weren't putting this out in public, we wouldn't get our free entertainment. Shouldn't you be charging us like $50 a pop for this? Oh, this fucking card again. You know what? No. Fuck off. No. Just take... This lazy goddamn... Take your headphone cord out of the... Like, this guy thinks he could be a professional at anything, and he still has his headphone cord just like waggling in the front of his... I don't care that he records on his phone. I get it. He's poor. That's fine. You do with what the equipment you have. I have a microphone. It's like a cheap, like, $20 toner microphone. It's a piece of shit. Because I never use it. And I don't care. But at least it sounds okay. And if I were doing video, I wouldn't have my goddamn headphone cords dangling in front of my fucking camera. Clip the fuckers out of the way. Ah, goddamn. Lucas, you're so bad at everything. Like, how... Does he do this on purpose? Like, there's some part of me that always thinks that Lucas is just like an amazing long-term troll. Like, he does all this shit on purpose. Like, this is performance art. He's really not this way. He really has a house, and this is just like a thing that he does to, like, get a reaction out of people. And I know damn well that it's not. But sometimes he does something just, like, so fucking stupid, like this headphone cord in front of his thing, that just... Like, if he were doing a long-term... huge troll of everyone, this would be amazing. But it's not. He's just a fucking idiot. More videos, don't care. Stupid alphabet that he's fuck. How do you When you create your own alphabet for a stupid card, why is this on every card? Has to be on every card, apparently. How do you fuck it up? You've been writing multiple cards. This is a multiple. There's more than one card that you've written like this, and you fucked up your own alphabet. Use pencil until you can do big boy writing without mistakes. Jesus goddamn Christ. This is even worse. This is worse. B for Baron. B with a dot over the top for Baron. Just fuck off. And what is this? Dodge because of this, and it points to a black circle. What the fuck does that mean? Doesn't explain it. Confront because of this. A B. Confront because of B. Large confront. I had hoped that if I had a bit to drink that maybe this would make sense. Because sometimes like weird shit makes sense when you've had a bit to drink. And I have had half a bottle of Copper Crow gin right now. And the more I drink, the less it makes sense. The more I drink, the less it makes sense. I figured if I turned off the part of my brain that actually had critical thinking skills, I might be able to understand what the goddamn hell Lucas was talking about. But no. Apparently I can't. No, I can't. Oh, we're back to memes. Memes. Yeah, you are fucking dumb, Lucas. I think we're past his... Oh, this is the one where he like looks all depressed and talks about his shitty board game. I'm gonna throw this in at the end of the video. He's got his pube beard back. Did he have his ears pierced at one time? It looks like he had his ears pierced at one time. Do you think he probably tried to pierce his ears thinking Gen Z or millennials would just love that? God, he looks so depressed here and just defeated, and I love it. I love it. There's nothing more that I like than seeing... See, seeing Lucas angry and raging is funny. Like, that's enjoyable. But seeing Lucas look completely just soul-crushed is something that just gives me life. Like, there is no better feeling than knowing that he is like this and that it is the result of his own decisions. Like, nobody forced him into this. Nobody forced him into this life. This is all the result of his own shitty life decisions and doing the opposite of what people gave him for advice. He's talking about his board game, and I'll actually include this whole video at the end here, but let's just, in the silence, let's just enjoy how defeated he looks. How dead his eyes are, how depressed he looks. It's just... I don't want to say beautiful because he's fucking hideous, but it's damn beautiful to see him looking so defeated. To know that he knows he's stuck there. He'll never do any better than a nursing home at 42. No woman's ever gonna want him. His little old short telomeres with his little short acorn. It's going to be a genetic cul-de-sac. He's going to die alone. The only lover he's ever going to have is his hand. That's a disgusting thought, and I'm sorry for putting it in your head. I kind of hope that brother of his that was commenting comes out with some more stories about him. I'd like to get him on and talk to him. Or actually, I'd like to get him on with somebody else who does better interviews because I'm like absolute shit at that and I don't even have OBS Studio or anything installed. But, yeah, the idea of Lucas being miserable and alone, that makes me happy. It gets me over the sheer frustration and irritation of that stupid new game he's inventing. I guess his little shit squonk game didn't go. He paid $70 to have that squonk game prototype, and then he just like threw it aside. Shocker, nobody wanted to play a game about pushing shit around. Way to put your fetishes on display, Lucas. Be interesting to convince him to go into FetLife again. I'm getting kind of sick of looking at his pores, so I'm gonna end this one now and just knock this this video that's playing at the end with the actual sound. Lucas, you don't have any good ideas. Your board games suck. You'll never sell one. You're not very bright. Just, I'd say stop. Actually, do stop, because Your board games are boring. Go back to like screaming about how women won't fuck you, because at least that's funny.
So the game I'm designing, one of them, the most recent one, is called Comrade Empire. The lowest rank is a Baron. It's a matrilineal society. The deck itself can be used to make other games, so I'm designing one for right now. There's a board, and there's 30 different spaces on it. Everybody has a board. It's micro cards, so it all fits. It's like Magic the Gathering, except you put chips on it to increase the mana. The mana is called academies, but I'm thinking about changing the name to houses, since they're royalties. The nobles are the creatures. The academies are the mana. The power is called Confront, and it's based on which face card that is. Dodge is based on which suit it is, which are also the academies. The suit, mana, and the academies are the same thing. So you can play regular cards with it. There's 5 suits, 12 in each one. There's no numbers. It's just 12 royals, empress, emperor, so on, down to baroness, baron. 12 times 5 is a 60 card deck. Then I put in 40 mana card to make it a 60-40%. I would say this game is 30-70% chance or randomness and skill. %40 mana, 60% creatures, nobles, and academies, which I'm going to change to houses. So 5 different houses, 12 different nobles create this deck. Plus the mana cards, which are the academies, as I just mentioned. 100 card deck. And you play a game similar to Magic the Gathering. When you lay down the mana, you increase it by laying down a chip. There's 125 chips. I'm thinking about increasing that to 250 chips. Just so nobody runs out and you can charge your mana really fast, without any risk. But then again, I want some risk, so 125 kind of seems like it might be enough. You know what I mean? Because how many would you need to get up to 12 from just one? 11. So you could have 10 mana card at the same time, but you have a partner, so 5 mana card at the same time? You don't really need that, because none of the card, but, you might need that. 5 mana or 6 mana, you can charge like 11 mana at a time with the whole game. Oh boy, see, that would be a good balanced game. 125 chips are going to be in this game. 100 micro cards. 3 dice, but the dice are not used in this game. And a card container. Hope you can keep the price cheap. Chips, dice, cards. Dice are not used in this game. But they're there in case you want to design your own game using dice. You don't have to. You can use just the cards to design a game. Anything you want. It's a design kit, and I'm designing a game to go with it.